The house is quiet, the distractions fade, and suddenly the only thing left is the noise inside your own head. And for a lot of men, that's the moment everything we've been avoiding begins to surface. And I know that feeling well. Because before the qualifications, before building my therapy practice, before Garen Green therapies were even thought in my mind, I was a man standing right in the middle of that storm. My foundation wasn't built inside a neat consulting room with textbooks and theory. It was built somewhere much rougher. It was built within addictions, it's been built within homelessness, it's been built with levels of grief that most people have never had to face, and that element of loneliness out in the world on your own when you reach out for help and nobody's there to help you. Why? Because the real parts of you remain hidden. Some of the pain, the grief, the fear, the parts of yourself you've learned to keep behind a mask. And Carl Jung called this process individuation, the journey of becoming who you truly are. But here's the catch. Individuation almost always begins in isolation. Because when the noise disappears, when the distractions fade, when the performance stops, you finally meet yourself. But real healing begins when we allow ourselves to recognize what's underneath. And for myself over the years, that meant sitting with the reality of losing my entire closest family members, asking the hardest question imaginable is, who am I now? And answering it honestly. That was one of the biggest, scariest moments of my life, sitting in my own shadow, in my own loneliness, challenging my thoughts. Any negative or, anxious, provoking thoughts I had no choice but to sit there and challenge it. And don't get me wrong, I have regular supervision to help me in my private caseload of clients, which, as accredited therapists, all of us need to be able to do that, as well as seeing my own personal therapist, who I see every few months, because life can be tough. People out there seem to think that as therapists have had like a very privileged life and everything's been perfect. I can tell you now that, I can assure you that many of us haven't. I wish we did. I'd have less wrinkles and less grey hair. But, I worked hard for these. The house is quiet, the distractions fade, and suddenly the only thing left is the noise inside your own head. And for a lot of men, that's the moment everything we've been avoiding begins to surface. And I know that feeling well. Because before the qualifications, before building my therapy practice, before Garen Green therapies were even thought in my mind, I was a man standing right in the middle of that storm. My